All right, welcome to a new GameItAll.com podcast. My name's Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? It's Beano 25. What? Suck.
Yeah, I just cut you off early.
Yeah, you suck. So we're getting close to the end of October.
It's getting close to the end of October. It is October 21st. This is episode 85. 85. We've been doing this 85 times now. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we're getting closer to 100, and that's freaking me out even. So,
but no, tons of shit went down this week.
A lot of shit. It was just a no good, horrible week. I would go with the full listing of that, but I'm afraid to get sued by Disney. So, let's talk about.
Well, we got South Park.
Yeah, we're gonna get demonetized one way or another because we're even just talking about South Park. So let's go into it. Yeah, this has been a very, very shitty week for a couple of different reasons. The first of which is we lost two freaking great Canadians. Did you just break something?
Oh, I dropped something.
Okay, I thought I heard like glass shattering.
No, I just dropped something. We're good. Keep going. You're good.
So we lost two great Canadians this week. Wow, this podcast already turning into a train wreck already. Okay,
don't drop anything.
Try not to. You drop something first. Fuck you.
Well, whatever. Keep going.
So the first thing that happened, John Dunsworth, who is best known as Jim Leahy, died early this week. And then shortly after, the lead singer of the Tragically Hip, Gord Downie, wow, I fucked up his name even. Gord Downie died. Him, of course, we all knew was coming because it was brain cancer. The last concert was last year, wasn't because of this illness that he had. And it was pretty much Canada shut down for the last 2 days.
Well, essentially, we knew it was going to happen at some point. We were just waiting for when it was going to happen.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It was pretty shitty. Because we all knew it was going to happen. He had a solo album supposed to be coming out soon, just because tired of waiting, pretty much. And it's just ridiculous. But no, after that, Canada pretty much shut down. CTV ran Long Time Running, which we got to see last night, and fucking phenomenal documentary. Definitely recommend it. And it's it's fucking horrible, man. But that wasn't, in the world of gaming, that wasn't the bad news. The bad news for that was we lost a great studio.
Yeah, it was a company being a bunch of assholes and shutting something down while they were in development.
While they were in development of everything that sounded absolutely amazing. A Naughty Dog style story-based Star Wars game.
Well, yeah, didn't they have her?
Yeah, they had Amy Henning. Amy Henning.
But yeah,
they had her. She was working on it with Visceral Games, and
EA pulled the plug.
The game got the plug pulled, and the studio.
No, they moved the IP around.
They moved the IP. So, okay, yeah, there we go. The IP has been moved. And it's
probably going to go to shit.
Now everyone's wondering how is this going to work? Because Visceral was working on it. Visceral Games, for those who don't know the company by name, was the development team behind classic Dead Space And we also had Battlefront Hardline, not Battlefront, Battlefield Hardline,
which wasn't that great.
Which wasn't that great, but they also did support for Army of Two Devil's Cartel, which was actually the best of the series, in my opinion.
Yeah, but primarily it was Dead Space.
It was Dead Space. They were part of Redwood Shores, so it was anything that was attached to that company as well. That was what was being generated. Like, they were generating that. Now, the reason why it was canceled has actually brought a lot of people questioning the reason. And this was what Patrick Soderlund had said during an interview in regards to the cancellation or the closure of the studio and what is happening with their Star Wars game, which was quoted as EA is going to be making significant changes to the title.
That's not a good thing.
Throughout the development process, we have been testing the game's concept with players, listening to feedback about what and how they want to play, and closely tracking fundamental shifts in the marketplace. Already, when I hear that,
they're making whatchamacallit, Battlegrounds. Okay.
It has become clear that to deliver an experience that players want to come back to and enjoy for a long time to come, we need to pivot the design. We will maintain the stunning visuals, authenticness of the Star Wars universe, and focus on bringing Star Wars story to life. Importantly, we are shifting the game to be a broader experience that allows more variety and player agency, learning from the capabilities of our Frostbite engine and reimagining central elements of the game to give players a Star Wars adventure with greater depth and breadth to explore.
Oh, so they're making KOTOR. Okay.
If that was the case, I would be a little bit better, but I wanted this. I wanted story-based Star Wars game that was Naughty Dog style, Uncharted style Star Wars.
Yeah, but the worst thing is they didn't even show it off.
They showed a clip. Wasn't enough.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But
yeah, it wasn't anything.
We knew what was there. Even man, I can never remember his real name, but Tycho from Penny Arcade, he had a huge ranting post just on this. If you go to pennyarcade.com, definitely take a look at that latest comic. It's fucking great. That is exactly how a lot of people are feeling at the moment. It's pretty much just, this is bullshit. You're changing it to market standards where you're not seeing how the market wants this game. Like, people do want a action adventure Star Wars game that's not riddled with a multiplayer mode that you're already selling and apparently not listening to people anyways because of all the controversy surrounding that.
So it's 1313.
Now we can add this visceral Star Wars to 1313 because
bastard.
Yeah.
Hey, it was just a matter of time that EA would just go back down the rabbit hole to their, where they were before.
Yeah. Wait, has Activision been doing good?
Fuck no.
Okay.
It came to the limelight that they pulled a shady deal with a patent they filed like 2 years ago.
Crap, so we're down to both of them being bad now. Okay.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Usually the list goes, if EA's being bad, Activision will come up and be like, oh yeah, we're doing awesome games again. And then the other way around. But
well, yeah, and then yeah. So yeah, they supposedly filed a patent 2 years ago for, what was it, microtransactions in a multiplayer game to sell you more stuff.
Oh dear God. Okay.
That's fucking shady. Like, that is shady business.
When players make a game-related purchase, the microtransaction engine may encourage future purchases by matching the player in a gameplay session that will utilize the game-related purchase. Doing so may enhance a level of enjoyment by the player for the game-related purchase, which may encourage future purchases.
So
For example,
you're telling me I'm going to be pissed off playing against other people.
For example, if the player purchases a particular weapon, the microtransaction engine may match the player with a gameplay session in which the particular weapon is highly effective, giving the player an impression that the particular weapon was a good purchase.
Yeah, but
that reads very
that's
shadily.
Cheap.
Yeah,
that's fucking cheap.
That's some pay to win shit right there when you're just reading that.
So they're telling me I'm gonna buy COD, and
you're gonna pick up a specialized SMG that can shoot across the map, and like, oh yeah,
so
this gun was amazing.
It turns into a fucking mini nuke launcher. Okay, cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, that's just fucking shady. So yeah.
So but here's the thing. This patent was back in 2015. That's a fairly old patent.
Yeah, but it continues that last week also.
That's true. It does continue with what happened with Battlefront. Because we're looking at Battlefront 2 and the microtransaction system in there, or the loot crate system.
Oh, I was going to talk about the stock market for Activision.
Oh, okay, yeah. Talk about that first, and I'll get to.
So last week or the week before, analysts predicted, and they also changed the stock market value of the Activision stock. They lowered it because of expectations coming out next year of them releasing Black Ops 4. Can we not be done with that freaking series?
I always thought, 3 was going to be the end of it because
I was like, okay, cool. The first one was awesome. The second one, okay, we got more of the same of the first one. Okay, cool. The third one, okay, trilogy's done. We'll continue with something new. That's what they're speculating is going to happen. And then their stock went down. Well, they were less valued.
I think that's actually exactly what would be happening in this case because of they're looking at it's like, okay, Black Ops 4, the trilogy's done, everything's gone. Although, I'm not expecting this from stock market brokers, but I do expect that after 4 the series is done. Or after 3 the series is done, you can move on to something else.
Yeah, but then that's why they disvalued the company. So
yeah. So, and if the microtransaction thing does go into effect, I can see hardcore fans of the series just dropping them. And it could be the worst selling that if that does process, it would be probably the worst selling Call of Duty games since Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure World War II will sell amazingly well because it looks awesome.
Absolutely.
But Black Ops 4 will just, if they announce Black Ops 4 next year, it's going to wreck them.
They need to do the only thing that I can see Black Ops 4 being a thing is if they go, okay, no, we are going to keep boots to the ground, back in the past.
Yeah.
Give us Vietnam finally. Like,
I've been wanting Vietnam forever.
Black Ops 1 was supposed to give us Vietnam, gave us a couple missions, and those missions were pains in the ass, but at the same time, great.
But that was Vietnam.
And it was Vietnam. It was fucking horrible. So give us that. Just throw that in there. And then I will be like, okay, fine. Black Ops, this is what you're giving me. This is what I'll accept for this one. If you throw in the microtransactions, I'm not going to pick up the game.
Because what else did Activision have this year? Like they had Destiny 2, and that's not selling too great anymore.
No, Destiny 2 has dropped off the
Falling
list at
off the
this time.
map. So, and like their Activision really had not any other big releases this year, except for other than Destiny and whatchamacallit, COD. That's where all their money went to.
I'm curious. Activision game release 2017.
They probably had some smaller releases, but for the big ones, it was Destiny and COD. Because there was no release of any WoW expansion, eh?
Oh, you have Crash Bandicoot. So that was it.
Yeah, and Crash wasn't new.
Yeah, it was legitimately a game that was released on the PlayStation 1, redone
years
for PS4. And then Call of Duty and Destiny.
Like, seriously, that's a fucking joke. So, yeah, it's not looking too good for them if they plan on doing all that crap. It's not going to go well.
No, it's not. And right now, the only thing that I see that may be helping them along is their movie. The movie studio has actually done well so far. I mean,
yeah,
they're producing a Call of Duty movie. We know about that. And they have done 2 seasons of Skylanders Academy, which is actually pretty damn good on Netflix. So that is a plus there.
But
a third
if that's
season.
all they have,
yeah,
if that's all they have, it's not that great.
There's a good chance, like, of course, we're going to hear more coming out. There is plans for something Blizzard related, which we're assuming from the talks is going to be Diablo or an Overwatch related. But
yeah,
it's looking more from all the rumors and talks with the company that it's going to be based on Diablo. And a Diablo movie, I'd be right in line for that.
Yeah. So, getting away from EA and Activision, do you know who is doing good? Ubisoft this fall.
Oh, Ubisoft is doing great so far.
And this past week, they released a great title.
Yeah, they finally released. We have to mention finally.
After 10 months of delays, we finally got it.
Yeah. South Park, The Fractured Butthole is now out, and the game is great. It's fucking amazing.
It's everything I wanted and more from the sequel.
And we're definitely having the review being made at the moment. So expect to see that within the next week. And so there's a little slight controversy coming up here.
Yeah, but it's South Park. What do you expect?
So here's the funny thing. It's not about it's kind of about the content, but it's not about people being mad at the content. It actually has to do with YouTube. This is where I'm kind of the people complaining about this. I'm kind of against you on this one, but let me talk about it a little bit. What a lot of streamers are saying is that they have set to monetize their videos for South Park: The Fractured Butthole as Ubisoft allows them. Well, Ubisoft has a statement blanket statement. Any game from Ubisoft you can stream and you can monetize, no problem.
Well, yeah, because that's Ubisoft's policy.
It's Ubisoft's policy.
Good on them.
Good on them. I like that policy. It's a great policy. Not a whole lot of companies actually have that policy, so that's great.
Yeah.
So here's our problem. Fractured Butthole features
everything.
Everything.
Literally everything that's inappropriate, from race to religion to swearing to abortion to
There's a couple rape
Anything.
jokes in there. There's fucking it. It's South Park. You know it's in there. Whatever South Park makes fun of, it's in there. And
like,
bam. So guess what people are getting? They're getting the piss-covered $sign that shows up when your videos are demonetized. And yes, this is a fun one. So YouTube, of course, for the past year or so, has been fighting this whole demonetized scandal, debacle, whatever you want to call it, since people or advertisers were starting to pull out because mainstream media was going, pull out. Mainstream media was going, oh, hey, our ads are on this video of this terrorism act. And, you know.
Yeah.
There's people that can explain that whole situation better. I would point people towards Philip DeFranco and H3H3, especially H3H3 during the issue between was it Jimmy Fallon? No, not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel, where it showed his broadcast of the night before during the Las Vegas shooting, and there was ads on that, but people reporting on it, like news channels on YouTube, reporting on that got instantly flagged. And people were wondering what the fuck was going on. Turns out, as we found out from Philip DeFranco, the bigger companies that run the night shows on YouTube actually have their own ad set system, which is going to be changed in the near future, but that's as of right now, it's still out there. So H3H3 had a great rant about that, and definitely recommend checking that out, because they mention a lot that is just wrong with the monetization process in general. So back to South Park. South Park had so much stuff in it that is instantly you should kind of, yeah. I'm fucking stuttering because of this now.
Well, there's so much controversial content in the game because they literally have 21 seasons of content to put in a game.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
They have so much controversy that they can flop into it.
There's references to the freaking movie in the game.
Even like you look at even some of the names of the characters, they're controversial. Such as Cartman's character, the Coon. Freaking Wendy, Call Girl. You know, there's a lot of this stuff that's like super offensive, and also that amazing achievement that you can get, the token experience. So, you know, the game is offensive.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that they're taking it like that. You're not going to get monetized. People should know better.
Exactly. And that's where I'm like kind of going, okay, you guys know this demonetization thing is going off. Why are you complaining about a game that is blatantly fucking going against everything that YouTube is saying about monetization?
Yeah, literally. Do we remember what happened with the last game in Australia?
God damn.
How it got censored?
I love that censor.
Is there any version of the game that got censored?
I think we reported on this at one point. I do believe that everything is uncensored.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Which, yeah.
Especially this time around.
At the same time, I find Fractured But Whole is actually kind of tamed. Like, compared for South Park.
Well, they let you choose a lot more. It's a lot more politically correct.
And incorrect at the same time.
Oh my god, yes.
Getting up to did you get to see Mr. Mackey?
Well, yeah, that you get to pick your gender.
Pick your gender. That was amazing.
Also, it's a spoiler, but when you go to the church, I was disturbed.
Oh yeah,
Holy!
I did that last night, and I was like, oh god, this is horrible.
I was just disturbed. But
I at the same time, I feel like I'm probably not going to stream it this weekend, but it is going to be on my list that I'm just going to do a long play, but I probably won't even monetize the information, like monetize the site. Just let it play.
yeah, because it's just so well written, and it's
Yes.
just entertaining. That's the game. It's entertaining.
Ubisoft San Francisco did such a great job with the game, and yes, 100%. If you are a fan of South Park in any way, shape, or
holy
form,
fuck,
you need this.
It's literally a season. You get to play through an entire season.
Yeah, pretty much. That's really what season 21 is. There we go.
Well, no, season 21 is pretty damn good. Also, the whole like having to watch the episode before you start playing the game was great.
Yes, that was great episode.
Because literally the episode is the trailer that they've been showing for the past 6 months.
So there is one thing I want to talk about, especially with Ubisoft here, because they have been doing really good, as we've all mentioned.
Well, and next week they're releasing Assassin's Creed, which is essentially the rebirth of the series.
Exactly. So rebirth of the Assassin's Creed series. Far Cry 5 is coming out looking amazing.
Oh my! Yes, and that's essentially another rebirth of Far Cry.
And let's not forget, Rainbow Six Siege did absolutely amazing this year. It picked up and just ran. And with the
had a second year release.
Exactly. It had a Breath of Life that was amazing.
I've never seen a second year release of a disc.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever seen that. It's weird. But no, Assassin's Creed looks promising.
So here's the thing with Ubisoft. Ubisoft, of course, has been fighting a uphill battle for the last couple of years with Vivendi. And
yes,
like whether you love or hate Ubisoft, pretty much everyone agrees that we don't want to see Vivendi take over Ubisoft, because we've seen what Vivendi did with Activision even. And
they fucked them.
If Activision had to pay billions to get rid of them, there was something wrong here. So, Ubisoft actually has a bit of a win at this point, that they have made an investment. They reached a deal with an investment service provider that will allow them to back up to. I'm like stuttering so bad for some reason. Here we go. Investment service provider that will allow them to buy back up to 4 million shares by December 29th, 2017. So this would allow no one, Vivendi included, to buy them back. Ubisoft would own those 4 million shares directly for their team. Yeah. So this also comes back from a combined general meeting back in September with the shareholders, where 82% of the shareholders weighed in, which is up from 76 from the year before. The shareholders expressed a overwhelming support of Ubisoft management and strategy by approving all ordinary resolutions on the agenda. So pretty much what that translates is the shareholders are like, we like what Guillermo's still doing. Let's keep everything with them. We don't need to step in.
Because essentially, this is Ubisoft's first year in many, many, many years that they're doing amazingly well. Except for For Honor.
For Honor, as much as I love the game, yes, it did stumble.
It did extremely poor. And
Yeah.
also the year before they had The Division, which also didn't do well. But it all started, yeah. So last year and this year, it did a lot better.
Now, here's the problem, though. Vivendi still currently holds 27% of the Ubisoft shares. And that also gives them 24.5% of the voting rights. According to French law, at 30% of owning 30% of the shares, they have to make a public offer on the company. Vivendi keeps saying that they have no interest or no plans to actually take over Ubisoft, but their actions otherwise have stated that they're trying to do a hostile takeover, and even inside sources have said that Vivendi does plan to pursue a takeover by this year. It's likely because of this, where Ubisoft has bought back those shares, that this isn't going to happen, or at least not right away. So hopefully this is enough to push back with what's happening. And yeah, because no one wants to see that. No one wants to see Vivendi back in the gaming business, I think.
No, it didn't go well.
It didn't go well the first time. They didn't understand what was happening and just got all the games released were just coming in as crap. So yeah, that was a fun time on that, fun week for all this. So I'm actually going to be excited about a couple things. So next week, one of my favorite games that I reviewed last year is coming to PS4 and Xbox One, and that is Slayaway Camp from Blue Wizard Digital. So excited that I'll actually get to play that on PlayStation Now and just get to enjoy it on my big screen.
Next week's Assassin's Creed, so yeah.
Oh yeah, and that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm more excited for Slayaway Camp than I am for Assassin's Creed, to be honest, because Slayaway Camp is just ridiculous. I mean, if you know who's making it, it also sounds just even better, because the team that made it is with Blue Wizard Digital. They are founded by PopCap co-founder Jason Kapalka. Yeah, Kapalka. Who was one of the driving forces between Peggle and Bejeweled.
We're making Peggle.
This is a game that is all about slasher flicks and killing everyone on the screen by making them fall into traps and just performing gory 80s B-movie kills. And it is something that everyone absolutely needs to play, I think. It is a great puzzle game. Definitely something to look forward to. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about on here? Because I think that's everything that was really, really shitty this week.
Patents from Nintendo. Well, trademarks from Nintendo. Okay. So supposedly in Japan, Nintendo filed a trademark for Game Boy a couple weeks ago. So some people are speculating that next year they're going to be doing the Game Boy Classic Edition, which would be probably pretty awesome. It would probably look like a Game Boy Pocket, but like Game Boy colored look to it. And I'm guessing it would probably run the same kind of hardware as the 2DS under the hood. It would probably have like 20 to 30 some odd Game Boy games, such as like Tetris, Wario Land, and other, maybe a Pokemon game here or there. So yeah.
But which one?
I don't know. All of them?
Yeah, we'll just throw in all of them. There we go.
All of them. Because a lot of people are talking, they're like, oh my god, Are they going to be making an N64 classic? Most likely not, because
So, yeah, I now I know what patent that you're talking about. There is a couple different rumors that's with this as well. So, the first is that, as you said, they might push out a Game Boy Classic, a whole bunch of games included on it. And that's definitely pushing whatever Nintendo 64 Classic, because we know that's going to be coming now. Now that these classic consoles.
I don't know. The N64 Classic seems hard because they would have to put an N64 controller inside the box, and that thing was pretty big.
Oh, they'll probably just up the price again and send it all out.
Yeah, and then they would probably only give you 1 or 2 controllers, and then people would bitch and complain because they couldn't find a third or fourth one. And also, to shove 4 ports in the front of that thing would be pretty hard.
They might not make it a mini. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because you look at the SNES, and then you look at the SNES, it's shoving 2 ports on there is still pretty hard. It just matches. They'd have to do something pretty weird, or put a little a slot cover thing.
True.
But still, I don't know. I don't see the N64. I classically see the Game Boy. I more want to see the Game Boy. Because it'd be pretty sweet. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look. And now, the other part of the rumor, though, was it may not be coming out with the Game Boy, but it's going to be the re-release of the NES, and that's just going to be what's take over for next year. Just more of the NES classics than bring out the next round.
Yeah, because Nintendo essentially, about a month or so ago, they said we're re-releasing the NES Classic next summer for sure. So,
okay,
we'll see what happens. It's Nintendo.
Let's talk new releases. Now, we weren't here last week because of sickness and horribleness. So let's also talk about what happened last week, the new games there. So first of which we had 88 Heroes, 98 Heroes Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I don't understand that title.
That doesn't make sense.
Cyber Dimension Neptunia 4 Goddesses Online. That's
a long-ass title.
It is, and it is really, really awesome if you're a fan of the Neptunia series.
I'd rather play the porn game.
Oh, you mean Senran Kagura that our review is up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, don't get offended. I'm like, I got offended. Continue. There was water guns.
You got offended by... Never mind.
I got offended by the part that I saw you play in the locker room shower scene.
Yeah, that was the awkward part.
There was a grabbing hand.
We also had Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale Series Episode 4, Who Needs You? Middle-earth Shadow of War, Windows, PS4, Xbox One.
Which was huge.
It was huge. Raid World War II for PS4 and Xbox One. And that is pretty much Payday in Germany. World War II. Also had Tohu Kobuto V Burst Battle. No idea. And then on the 13th, we had The Evil Within 2, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to need to pick that up at some point.
On the
when it goes on sale.
On the 17th, we had Elex for...
Yeah, which actually looks pretty interesting.
Yeah,
it's a mixture of Fallout and Dragon Age.
And that was Windows, PS4, Xbox One, Edtren Odyssey 5, Beyond the Myth for 3DS, Gran Turismo Sport for PS4, Megaton Rainfall, which looks absolutely amazing, PS4, PSVR, Rogue Trooper Redux for Windows, PS4, and Xbox One. And
that's surprising.
That was I loved that game back on PlayStation 2.
It's still surprising.
Yeah. And of course, we also had South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
Fuck yeah.
Coming out this. Oh, also we had. I forgot about this. Fire Emblem Warriors for Nintendo Switch and 3DS. Now, coming out next week, we have Destiny 2 for PC, finally. Just Dance 2018 for Windows, Nintendo Switch, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii, and Wii U.
Literally everything.
Knights of the Azure 2, Bride of the New Moon for Windows, Nintendo Switch, and PS4.
Okay, whoa.
Yes.
That Just Dance game is coming out on the Wii.
Yes.
A system that's been discontinued for like 5 years.
According to my listing here, yes.
That's fucking weird. Thanks, Ubisoft.
It's Just Dance.
Thanks, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's gonna save them. Okay.
Totally. That's what's stopping Vivendi. So this is The Police for the Nintendo Switch. Love that game. Definitely highly recommend it.
I want a mobile version of that.
Yes, a mobile version would be great. And then on the 27th, we have Assassin's Creed Origins for Windows, PS4, Xbox One, Super Mario Odyssey for Nintendo Switch, and Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Wolfenstein's gonna fail.
I you know what? I'm debating.
Come on, it's Mario versus an assassin.
It's Mario and Assassins versus Wolfenstein.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Blastwitch, you're gonna get Hidden Blade.
Yeah, he's gonna get third place. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna want to buy it at some point, but not right away.
Yeah, exactly. And that is there is a couple more games that come out before the end of the month, surprisingly. And the biggest one that I find is a surprise here, Bubsy the Woolly Strike Back, Windows and PS4.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's going to be weird.
That's a long time ago.
And just to think, if your wallet is safe for November, remember this is some of the big titles that are coming out in November as well.
Yeah, it's safe.
We have Call of Duty World War II, .hack, GU Last Record. I'm so excited for that one. Sonic Forces. If you're getting it on the Switch, Doom is coming out. We also have Need for Speed Payback, LA Noire Remastered, Battlefront 2, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, and it just goes on. There's even more.
You missed the one that I'm actually pumped for. Freaking the Adorable Fox game.
I did forget about the Adorable Fox. Super Lucky.
Super Lucky's Tale. I'm so excited for that. It goes from South Park to Super Lucky's Tale. It's like, want some coffee?
You know what?
Get yourself a cup of coffee.
I'm waiting for December. December is where one of my favorite games is coming out again, but I'm picking it up once again. Okami HD. December 12th. So excited. Can't wait for it. Yeah. That's happening.
Okay.
It's totally happening.
All right. I'm not repicking up freaking Shadow the Colossus again for the millionth time.
I might.
No.
It might happen for me.
They're gonna probably want full price for it.
Probably, considering that they're actually doing a lot more work to it.
Yeah, but still.
Oh dear God! Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine.
What?
I saw on the I saw on Twitter that Don Cherry was trending. I'm like, we're not losing a third one. No.
He probably said something offensive.
No, he was talking about Tragically Hip and Trailer Park Boys.
Oh,
So
well,
it's
okay,
just the
it is
remake of that one music video.
it is Saturday,
It's Hockey Night in
so
Canada. Yeah.
yeah, he mostly talked about that because it happened this week.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, he was also all three of them, like Trailer Park Boys, Tragically Hip, and Don Cherry was in one music video, the most Canadian music video you could probably get, the Darkest Ones. Fucking amazing video, and that's yeah, that was that.
But yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
And that's what's going on.
that is our podcast for the week. Hopefully next week we have better stuff to talk about. And actually, next week is going to be the last podcast before our big extra life stream on November 4th. We won't have the podcast that week because we will be doing the 24-hour stream, and likely we'll be talking news and random shit throughout the week, our day as well.
So we're having 2 straight days of full-on drinking. Okay, cool.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, one day straight of drinking and then hangover.
No. I'm starting the day before.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We're going to be drinking that night and then have the hangover for the extra stream.
Oh no! Well, no, I'm gonna keep drinking through the X Play stream or
Extra life.
Extra, yeah, that thing.
All right. Well,
where we play horrible games,
especially Shaq Fu.
Oh fuck yeah!
All right, everybody. So for GameItAll.com, I'm Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? It's Pino25.
And we will see you again next week.